What is up, guys? PetriFy here. In today's video, we're talking about my first ever detention in school. So before we get into this video, I just want to tell you guys what you guys are watching in the background. You're watching some Black Ops 3 gameplay on the new map. Well, not new map, the redesigned Nuketown. This Nuketown map is also spelled with a 3, but this Nuketown map looks amazing. The coloring, everything looks futuristic. There's things floating in the sky. I don't even know what it is. I had to play the campaign to find out. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, you guys are watching a 90 and 30 gameplay. Reason why I have 90 deaths is because I had the mindset going into this game to just rush around the map to see how many kills I would get, not caring about KD or kill streaks or anything like that. But I got around 90 kills, and yeah, so let's get straight into the story. We're going to be talking about my first ever detention in school. Now, I think I was about 4th grade. It was 4th grade or 5th grade, and this teacher hated me. In 5th grade, we were switching classes. We had 3 classes that we switched to, 3 different teachers, but there was one teacher that hated me. I figured her name, but I'm actually not going to say her name. I know her name, but I'm not going to say it in this video just in case she does watch. But I know she used to babysit me a long time ago. That's what my mom told me anyways. But she knew me personally, and she hated my guts. I have no idea why she hated me so much, but I'm going to be telling you guys the stupidest detention I have ever gotten. Alright? And also don't make fun of me in this story. So, yeah, let's get right into it. We're going into 3rd period. I'm going to call it I'm just going to call it 3rd class. I was going to my 3rd class with the teacher that hates me. And I have no idea, like I said, I have no idea why she hates me. Maybe I was a bad child back then and she hated freaking watching me. Maybe I was probably bad back then. That's probably why she hates me. But anyways, I was sitting at my desk minding my own business. I sat next to this girl that I had a crush on, and we were all reading books. It was like a silent day where we just read books and chill. And I was actually just looking around on the walls, and I was looking to my right away from her. My desk was like right in the middle of the class, and I was looking to my right, which my head would be turned towards her. The back of my head would be turned towards her, and I was just looking around on the walls, and I was basically just looking at all the ABCs and all the pictures, things like that. And she yells at me. She tells me to go to the desk, and I was like, what did I do? And I was just looking at the ABCs, and she was like, yeah, I'm sure. So I go back, and she tells me to go sit down, and she made me get up for no reason. I got up, walked all the way to her desk, and she was like, sit down. That's exactly what she did to me. That is the stupidest. I hate her. I hate her. That's all I gotta say. She made me get up for no reason, and then made me sit back down. So, knowing me, I had no idea what was going on, why she yelled at me or anything. So I continued looking at the wall with my head turned away from her, and she yells at me again. She tells me to go to the desk, and she says, "I'm giving you a detention." So she pulls out her pink slip to write me a detention, and I basically flip. I flip out. Saying, why are you writing me a detention? I didn't do anything. So I threatened her to go to the office and for her falsely writing me a detention for no reason. Obviously she can't get in too much trouble. It's just a detention. It's like an hour long. But this is my first ever detention. I never got in trouble in school. So this is my first ever detention. And obviously I'm not going to take it well. I was a good kid in school. I didn't like getting detentions, didn't like getting in trouble. I was a silent kid, did all my work, you know. And yeah, so she's basically giving me attention for no reason. And I told her we had to have our parents sign it when we get detention. And I told her I'm not having my parents sign it. I'm not taking this detention. I'm gonna get out of this detention no matter what. And yeah, so I'm not gonna spoil it, but we're going into my last class. I go into this class for about 30 minutes, and basically in this class we just read all the time. It was basically a reading class because I used to have reading problems. But yeah, it was like one of those classes where they time you reading. And what's funny is I had reading problems, but I also came in first in our we had a speed reading thing in our school. I'm not even gonna go through that. That's not even part of the story. But anyways, we're going into our last class, and I basically just laid my head down the whole class. And this teacher actually liked me. He was like one of my good friends. I know it's kind of weird to have a good friend as a teacher, but he was really cool. I laid my head down the whole time, and he asked me what's wrong. I said I got my first ever detention for no reason. I was literally looking at ABCs and looking at pictures, and he was like, that makes no sense, why would that happen? And then he took the slip, he read what it said. He was like talking in class. He asked me if I was talking in class. I said no. She's lying. I was looking at pictures on the wall. She maybe thought I was talking in class, but I wasn't. So he took me to the principal office, and we got everything figured out. But I still ended up serving detention, but it was only a 30-minute detention, wasn't an hour like usually detentions are, which is pretty cool. He got me basically out of the detention. It wasn't that bad. And what sucks is I had to serve that detention with her in that class, which it sucks for her and it sucks for me, but I hope it made her feel worse, because she had to stay after and do more work after even sitting with me. And I don't know why she hated my guts, but hopefully someday I'll figure out, maybe. Yeah, that's my first ever detention, and it was probably the stupidest detention I've ever gotten. But yeah, if you guys want more stories like this, put it down in the comments and I'll share more stories with you guys. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Talk to you guys later in the next video. Peace out.